After being consistently trashed every year, I'm sure you'll be able to guess why the city of Miami is, quote, breaking up with spring break.
The May 4th Task Force is hosting an event that will feature a young activist speaking to Kent students. Details on who this activist is still to come.
Do you love losing an hour of sleep for an extra hour of sunlight, or would you prefer to not change your clock? Either way, we have the latest on daylight savings time.
We start this morning with some breaking weather news. The troposphere is still working, so I still have a weather report for you, and you're going to see it very soon.
This is TV2 News.
Good morning, Kent State and all of Portage County. Welcome to your Thursday morning Flashcast. I'm Joe Malbin.
And I'm Noah Rowe.
Kent State's Department of Technology and Adobe Creative Cloud has come to an agreement that will give Kent State the Adobe Creative Campus designation. Kent students are able to purchase Adobe Creative Cloud for $75 a year instead of $240. Currently, there are roughly 60 other college campuses with the designation. Kent State is Education Elevated Conference will include guests from Adobe on March 8th.
Calling all music fans, the Kent State Spring Opera is holding their annual spring concert. You can get tickets through the Performing Arts box office, which the College of Arts describes as a vital part of their College of Arts. You can find that box office in the main lobby of the Rowe Green Center. The Spring Opera's first showing is March 9th, and tickets cost $12 for non-KSU students.
Fab Trivia returns tonight in the Rathskiller at 7. This week's theme, nostalgia. How well can you recall things from your childhood? Trivia tonight will cover things from life in the 2000s and 2010s. Bring a friend, a group, or just come by yourself and be ready to answer questions about a time when things were simpler. Be sure to check out Fab KSU's Instagram for more information.
The May 4th Task Force has announced an activist that will be coming to campus next week. On March 14th, David Hogg will be speaking at the Kiva with a speech about voting rights, May 4th, and activism on Kent's campus. The speech will be followed by a moderated Q&A. Hogg, of course, rose to prominence following the Parkland school shooting and co-founded the March for Our Lives campaign.
Well, it is time for a Thursday morning weather forecast, and I, for one, am just over the moon to be able to tell you about today's outlook. So let's jump into our currently in Kent. Right now in our beautiful Tree City, it is 44 degrees out there. We've got some cloud coverage about 98%, but we might as well round that up to 100. It feels like 40 out there, so it's pretty consistent with how our actual temperature is. Our dew point sitting at 35 degrees today. Wind is northeast at 8 miles per hour, so you might feel it a little bit out there today. Humidity is at 71%, and with cloud coverage, that is usually something that you're going to see a little bit of a higher humidity. And our visibility today is sitting at 10 miles. The clouds actually sitting high enough that we can still get out there and see our full 10 miles. Now, if we're going to take a look at the rest of our day, like I said, right now it is 42 degrees, cloudy skies as you can see, and then we're going to go over to 3 p.m. 52, be nice, temperate 52 degrees. The sun is going to come out a little bit while partly cloudy skies, so it'll be nice to see some sun today. And then finally at 9 p.m. we're going to see that cloud cover returning overnight, and it'll be 45 degrees after the sun has set this evening. And well, guys, that is all the time that I have for you this morning. For more weather, come back at 6 o'clock for Josh Aponte's full weather forecast. I'll see you guys in just a moment for my sports report, but for now, I've been Ryan Shanko. Let's go back to the desk.
Thanks, Ryan. Well, if you're still looking for something to do for St. Patrick's Day, then you are in luck. TV2 has compiled a guide for you. You can check out the Cleveland Parade on Sunday, March 17th at 2:04 p.m. East on 18th Street and Superior Avenue in downtown Cleveland. Also on the 17th, the Jameson Cleveland St. Patrick's Day Run. Finally, if you want something closer to Kent, you can attend the Akron Parade in downtown Akron this Saturday, March 9th at noon.
Officials in Cleveland have recently showed off a new renovation to a men's shelter. Also attending was the Lutheran Metropolitan Ministry. The renovated Lakeside Avenue shelter was made possible after a $4.5 million investment of ARPA funds to help modernize the facility. The shelter, which is the largest men's facility in Ohio, can support up to 365 men every night. The renovations included an office space for staff, improved shower facilities, and community gathering areas.
Well, the lights are finally coming back on in Lakewood after an overnight power outage. According to First Energy, over 2,000 customers were without power, and outages affected the western part of the city right off of Madison Avenue. Power came back on last night around 11:30.
A man from Northeast Ohio has been sentenced to 27 months in prison Tuesday for attacking officers during the January 6th Capitol riot. According to the Department of Justice, 23-year-old Clifford Mackerel was also sentenced to 36 months of supervised release and ordered to pay $2,000 in restitution. Clifford joined the front line of rioters as they attacked United States Capitol and Metropolitan Police Department officers across the West Front.
Tuesday was Super Tuesday, and being in space did not prevent some astronauts from voting. Hear about the astronauts who cast their ballots.
Hey everyone, I'm back, and it's that time of year again, mock draft season. And when we return, I'll tell you where the top college prospects will be suiting up next season.
Will spend 15 minutes watching online videos like this one.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
I got caught up in the pouring rain. Went to California. I think I wanna get through this.
Catch Kent Core Fridays at 9 p.m. TV2 Entertainment. See what's up.
Hi, welcome back. The city of Miami Beach is breaking up with spring break to avoid rowdy crowds and drunken public displays. Officials released a video announcing stricter rules for college students as well as tourists this month. That includes curfews, road closures, DUI checkpoints, and more patrols. Some beaches across beach access points will also be closing early on certain nights. Last year, the city saw 2 people die in back-to-back shootings.
It is that time of the year again. Daylight savings returns this Sunday. This time, we will be springing our clocks forward an hour to ring in the spring season. That does mean we will be losing an hour of sleep for an extra hour of daylight. However, lawmakers on Capitol Hill are trying to get a bipartisan bill passed that would switch nearly 24 states to daylight savings permanently.
Space wasn't keeping these astronauts from voting during Super Tuesday. Jasmine Mogbelly and Laura O'Hara posted a picture on social media showing them casting their ballots. They encouraged everyone to get out and vote. Mogbelly has been on the International Space Station since August, and O'Hara has been there since September.
An unexpected sight off the Massachusetts coast last week has left many awestruck. A gray whale, one that's been basically extinct in the Atlantic Ocean for over 2 centuries, was spotted off the coast by an aerial survey team from the New England Aquarium. While these types of whales vanished in the area in the 1800s, aquarium officials say they have had 5 sightings in the Atlantic and Mediterranean seas over the past 15 years.
Your TV2 Sports Report.
Good morning, everyone. I'm TV2 NFL draft expert Ryan Shanko, and yes, it is mock draft o'clock, so I want to jump right into it. Why waste any more time? So when I make a mock draft, there are a few factors that I consider. Most heavily weighed is team need. I think that teams should draft for need over everything else, unless the situation is very unique. The second thing I look for, team fit. And the third thing is value from the pick itself. So without further ado, my mock draft 1.0. So at first overall, I think the Chicago Bears will take USC quarterback Caleb Williams. I think he's in a class of his own. He is the consensus #1 pick and by far the best player that I've ever watched on tape. With the second overall pick, we're going to see the Washington Commanders taking Drake May from North Carolina. If this was any other year, I think he would be the QB1, but being in a class with Caleb Williams is pretty tough. At number 3, I think we are going to see a big trade. I think the Minnesota Vikings are going to make a move up to number 3 with the New England Patriots and take Jaden Daniels, a quarterback from LSU. At number 4, we've got the Arizona Cardinals taking Marvin Harrison Jr. from Ohio State. And at number 5, the best tight end I've ever watched on film, Brock Bowers, will be going to help out Justin Herbert and new head coach Jim Harbaugh in La La Land. And then 6th overall, I think the Giants are finally going to go and take a top wide receiver. They're going to get Rome Odunze from Washington, and he is a guy who's really impressed me a lot as I've been watching him over the past couple months. At number 7, the Tennessee Titans are going to get a franchise left tackle in Joe Alt out of Notre Dame. At number 8, the Atlanta Falcons get more strength on that offensive side of the ball. They're going to take Malik Neighbors from LSU. The Bears are going to get some action with the 9th overall pick. They're going to take Quinyon Mitchell, the combine superstar who ran a 4.33 40 as a cornerback, and he comes from Toledo in our own state of Ohio. And at number 10, to close out this top 10, the Jets are going to take Taliese Fuaga, a tackle from Oregon State, who's a bit of a developmental guy, but I think someone who will turn into a fantastic player at the next level. So I'm really excited for the draft, and I hope I'm helping everyone learn a little bit more about the players who are going to be a part of this very special 2024 draft class. But sadly, that's all I've got for you this morning. For updates on all things related to the 2024 draft, follow me on Instagram at First32Scouting. For TV2 Sports, I'm Ryan Shanko.
Emily Harris was planning her wedding. She realized she needed money, and to get money, she realized she had to sell her guitar, signed by Taylor Swift.
That's when the Swifties stepped in. Harris's father was asking for tips on how to sell this guitar on Facebook when Swifties insisted she kept the guitar and start a GoFundMe instead. As of Monday, the GoFundMe has earned $1,600. Wow.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money, but I think that's also all the time we have for today.
Thank you so much for tuning in.
To get more of your news fix, check out KentWire.com, and of course, have a great day, Portage County.
Brush, brushy, brush, brushy, brush, brush your teeth every day and every night. Now it's your parents' turn. Here's what you gotta do. Let them have your toothbrush so that they can brush your teeth. Good job, you're almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Help your teeth stay healthy. Brushy brush with a grown-up every day.
Being a dad can be tough.
When's the fairy princess coming?
Any minute now. But it's always worth it.
I know it's really you, Brew. I'm just pretending for the other kids.
Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov.